Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a wonderful feeling. My garden is growing each day. Happy 4th of July. It's going to be a little bright on this one because the sun is out. It's a sunny 4th of July. But I had to take a moment and just enjoy and relish the garden and its beauty and how far it's come since my big Memorial Day garden tour. So welcome to Gardening Connections with Cyndi. I am in Zone 8B and I am an organic gardener and passionate about tending my garden and being able to share the bounty with my friends via garden parties and with my YouTube channel. And so I hope you'll enjoy it. Just a quick little overview, but I wanted to show the difference that, a month and a couple days has made in the garden. So here we go. So my hydrangeas have blossomed and they're all pink. I turned them all pink. So it's the soil amendment that makes all the difference. So let's go over here and check out the lavender, because the last time there were just little buds and now there's bees enjoying the lavender that's fully budded and just beautiful. And I love the color and the contrast. So again, happy 4th of July. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Gardening Connections with Cyndi. And so today I thought I'd kind of highlight this gated trellis area in the back. That's so much fun and has been a new addition in the last, I think 2 years ago I put that in. And so we had a bumper crop of strawberries, but I plant ever-bearing strawberries, so I have more strawberries that are starting to come in. We have the flowers on my sedum stone crop, which are beautiful. Different potted planters. I did some pruning this morning. This is a fun area. So I have pole beans that are trellising now, and you can kind of see the pole beans there. Look at that. Those are so delicious. I put the parsley in the cage. If you look it up and say, do wild bunnies like parsley? And they'll say no. Well, I beg to differ. Wild bunnies in my garden love parsley, so I keep it caged. So let's come on over to this area, and my sunflowers are doing fabulous. They're just such a happy flower, and they brighten up the garden. So the last time I don't remember how high they were, but they'll go all the way to the top, which is really fun. And this is one of my favorite things in the garden right now. These are so crunchy and delicious, the sugar peas. So I do 2 gates of sugar peas because they're so good. And the marigolds are really looking lovely, and marigolds attract slugs, and so they'll stay away from your other garden goodies. And I put some little ladybug clips, because this is a ladybug garden after all. And then this is another pole bean. And this one is it is all the way to the top. Pretty cool. So we're going to get lots of green beans this year. My cucumbers went in late because our weather was so wonky, but they're actually taking off now. So holding back on them did help. In past years, I've always had to, I've always killed them, frankly. But we're getting a bumper crop of blueberries this year. I'll go ahead and show this area is all cleared. Got some little heather coming up here. Lots of blueberries. These are teeny little ones. My other plants have bigger blueberries. And then an assortment of mint. Kind of a view of this side of the garden. So I'll give you a quick view of my squash rows. So I have 2 rows. This left side is black beauty squash, gold rush squash in the middle. Let's show here some gold rush squash. It makes the most delicious casserole. And then here's some black beauty growing. So just love all this squash. It's great to make zucchini bread and casseroles. And this side of the garden is all my winter squash. So we have delicata squash. They're really yummy and delicious. And we have butternut squash. And then this is spaghetti squash. And then I have 2 Cinderella pumpkins. Two plants of Cinderella pumpkins. Okay, we've got some bigger blueberries here. Compare them. This guy is hanging over there. So here's a view of the garden from this corner. And more blueberries. Boy, I better get out here and pick some before the birds get to them. Yummy. More squash. Need to do some pruning of the squash this morning. And my lettuce, oh my lettuce, oh my lettuce. It is popping out of there. I've got to get in there and help that out. But I thought I'd kind of show this side of the garden that was not developed the last time I did my video. And this is something that brings me a lot of joy. This is a nasturtium gate, and I kind of train it to go up. But nasturtiums are amazing. Oh, look at this one. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So you can eat this part here, and it's nice and hot. And I add the nasturtium leaves to my salad. Okay, so this was not here the last time I did a Memorial Day garden tour. So I put in my, I think there's 30 plus marigolds down below. And then I have 14 tomato plants. My favorite is Sun Gold, Sweet Million. I have some San Marzanos in here. So we have 14 grandkids, and so I plant 14 tomato plants, and I pray over each plant. Each plant is dedicated to a different grandchild. So that's kind of my tradition. And then I guess I should finish up by coming over here. Oh, you have to see this lovely, lovely creation here. That's dill. And my secret to dill is water it like crazy. It loves water. So in the past, I have not had so much success, and I realized I wasn't watering it enough. So this is just spectacular. I hope I can always grow dill like that. This is called Burnett, and it has these cute little button flowers. Got a rosemary, and then we have my Detroit red beets and my golden beets. And then this is the grandma grandma of all lavender plants. It's Munstead lavender. So I'll come from this perspective. You can see my husband's always like, shouldn't we trim it back so we can have a walkway? And I'm like, no, it's not gonna happen. And we have some lemon balm here, some more mint hiding in here. Just loves to, it's really doing well. But I just wanted to do a quick little garden tour, and I guess we should just show the this area too, so it's kind of taken off on my potted plants. The rabbits got to my viola, but I moved it over here to the walkway, and it's grown back beautifully. So I wish on the garden tour that there was a way to have people smell all the lovely scents from the garden. All the different... Oh, I've got to highlight my bee balm. Let's see. I hope that's clear. They attract bees. Well, thank you for joining me. The sun kind of peeked behind a cloud, so it made it a little easier to be able to see. I was afraid that it would be too bright, but thank you for joining me in my garden. Gardening Connections with Cyndi. I use the Back to Eden gardening method, no-till method, and so stay tuned for other episodes where I can do additional garden tours to show you the progress of the garden, as well as tips and ideas to be able to grow your garden and have it flourish. Signing out now. Gardening Connections with Cyndi.